My name is Ardy Johnson, and today I'm going to show you how to make my layered banana pudding cheesecake. This contest means a lot to me, so I'm going to get started with showing you how to make this fun, easy, and very tasteful recipe. Let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead, just open this up, dump the whole thing in here, and I've let the cream cheese sit out at room temperature so that it's going to be easier to blend. If you take it out of the refrigerator and it's hard as a rock, it's going to be, the texture is going to be a bit lumpy. So we want it to be room temperature. So I left it out about 2 or 3 hours so that it can, and this is a lot of cream cheese too, so that it can soften up really good. So I'm going to cut it up into some big pieces. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. So now we're just going to put the big pieces in my mixing bowl here. So I'm just going to dump the rest of this in here. Okay, there we go. Let me put this in the sink real quick. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to just put all the ingredients in the bowl, and then I'm going to take the bowl over to the mixer and get it started. So we have the one cup of heavy whipping cream that we're going to dump in there. Okay, and we're going to put the vanilla. Tablespoon and a half. And the vanilla flavoring is just, it's going to be in the background. You're going to taste it a little bit, but the whole star of this show is going to be the banana pudding mix. So we're going to go ahead and open up. Look at that. It's so happy to get into the bowl with the cream cheese. Is jumping right out the package. So we're just going to pop that over there. 2 of them that we're putting in here. And again, that's 3.4 ounces of the banana pudding per package. Some of them come in 4 ounces. So somewhere around in there is good. I'm going to put the sugar in here, 2 cups of sugar. 3 heaping tablespoons of all-purpose flour. And this recipe is so easy because you can dump everything in the bowl all at one time and mix it, and you don't have to worry about, oh, let's see, how much stuff am I going to put in here at one time or what have you. It's just not necessary. So we're going to go ahead and put our 6 eggs in. And again, these eggs are large. You can use extra large eggs, but if you're going to use the extra large ones, try to use only 5 of them. So these are 6 large eggs that I'm putting in here. 1 and 1 is 2. Okay, we're up to 4 eggs now. Okay, that's my 5th one. And this is my 6th egg. Okay, now we're going to go over to the mixer, put this on. We're going to let it mix until it's all smooth and creamy. We're going to start mixing it low, and then for about 3 or 4 minutes we're going to mix it on low, and then we're going to speed it up so that that heavy whipping cream will be able to whip nice and light and fluffy. So let's go over. We're going to make the crust, the crumbs from our vanilla wafers. So I'm going to preset the oven. I already have one preset for 350, but I'm going to preset on bake for 350. We're going to get started on that. We're going to heat this one up as well. This one is already heated. 350, remember to preheat your oven. So let's get started on making the crust for our layered banana pudding cheesecake. I'm going to go ahead and empty. You really need about a bag that's really this size, like 16, let's say that's between 18 and 20 ounces of vanilla wafers. So I'm going to use the rest of this, and then I'm going to open up another bag. So you're wanting to use about a good 3/4 of a bag that's this size, which is a standard size box, but I buy everything in bulk, and that's why I have 2 of them. So we're going to use, okay, that's about half of the size of a bag. Okay. I'll put a little bit more in there because I'm making a 2 crusts, 2 8 to 10 ounce springform rounds. So I'm going to go ahead and pulse this so that we can do our crust. Now you have the option of, if you don't have a food processor or you want to do it manually, you can just put all of your vanilla wafers inside of a Ziploc bag, use the rolling pin to roll roll your crust, the crumbs into fine or coarse so that you can make your crust. I like to have a little texture to mine, so I make it a little bit of more chunkier than I would like a really fine crust, and you can taste the difference, and the texture is heavenly. So we're going to get started. I'm going to go ahead and pulse. Okay, now that I have pulsed it, now I'm going to turn it on a steady stream, and I'm going to put in my 3 to 6 tablespoons of butter. I've melted in the microwave. Going to stop it, pulse a little bit more so everything's incorporated. Okay, we're done with our crust. Make sure you take your lid off slowly so there are no fatalities. I'm going to put that in the sink. Going to grab a spatula. Okay, so I have a 10-inch round here, and I've already put my vanilla wafer crumbs in here. And I have a mini too. The mini is for my daughter because she loves them nice and small here. She doesn't like the bigger pieces. She likes the smaller ones, so I'm going to make her one. I won't tell her that I'm making this for her. She'll be happy and very pleased to eat it later. Okay, so before I put the vanilla wafer crumbs in there, I sprayed it lightly with a little bit of some cooking spray. But you can use butter if you're wanting to use butter, just a little bit to coat the pan, but I sprayed it. The oven is already heated up to 350. I'm going to go ahead and put both of the rounds in here, the small 4-inch round and the 10-inch round here in the oven. I'm going to bake them for 15 minutes until light and golden brown. Okay, so while that's baking, look, the magic of technology, we already have one made. So I'm going to get started putting the filling in, and look how thick and rich that filling is. Really it is. I'm going to put about a good 4.5 or so heaping. Okay, I'm smoothing the batter down at the bottom because in order to make it layered, you need to have a bottom and you need to have some cookies. A layer of the vanilla wafers down. And you can crumble them up in thick chunks if you would like. I like the whole cookie to be there to get that whole full effect. So I'm just laying them down. Okay. So here's a little something for all of our friends at Philadelphia Cream Cheese. There we go. Smiley face. And a creepy girl. Look, smiley face. Kind of creepy though. Really didn't turn out as smiley face as it intended. Okay. Here's that second layer that we're putting on. You want to put enough on that is going to cover the top of your vanilla wafers that you put down. Smooth it out. Make sure that they're covered so it bakes nice and beautiful. There we go. You want to cook it for 40 minutes on 350 degrees. I'm going to set the timer for 40 minutes. Okay. Here's the 4-inch mini round that I made earlier today. So I'm gonna, and all you do is pull it up from the bottom, press it out, and just slide off. See how it's a clean slide. So I'm just gonna sit it here. I just garnished it with a few bananas and a strawberry. I'm gonna put this over here in the sink, and we're gonna eat and see how our layered banana pudding cheesecake turned out. Actually, I'm gonna take a bite. Very rich, very, very creamy. What I'm going to do is go ahead and cut it so you'll be able to see how that's layered. Thank you for coming into my kitchen. Again, my name is Ardy Johnson. Please try this recipe. You'll love it just as much as myself and my family and my friends. Thank you.